Alrighty, looks like we have a pretty great group of guests joining us. Everyone's hopped off of their previous meetings and onto the webinar. So we're going to get started here. Welcome to Holiday Hangover. My name is Danielle Profita Briner, and I'm the Product Marketing Manager here at MessageGears. I'm going to let my counterpart, content guru, Jeff Hawes, do his introduction. And then I'll hop back in for a brief, run of events, and then we'll get started.
Hey, yeah, I'm Jeff Hawes. I'm the Senior Content Marketing Manager here, and yeah, looking forward to looking back on the holidays and going through some of the better emails that we kind of all saw come through our inbox.
Awesome. So for housekeeping, we're going to launch a poll here in a second, but if you have questions or want to chat us at any point, we're going to be monitoring that so we can engage you guys in some fun conversation on all the emails that we've curated from employees across MessageGears. We had hundreds of emails come in that we had to pick from, and I think we narrowed it down pretty well, Jeff.
Yeah, these are some of the more fun ones that we really saw, and the personalization and everything was really great on a lot of these, and so it'll be fun to kind of talk through them. To begin with, I thought we'd kind of do a poll and get a feel for why people are here. Why did you sign up, and what are you hoping to get out of it? So, so if you can, give us an idea. Here is our question, and answer it, and we'll give you a few seconds to get your answers in.
Looks like some great answers rolling in here.
Yeah, coming in.
And some great choices. I mean, I am a little confused though, Jeff. I thought one of the options would be that you're still hungover. Did I do this wrong?
I think, I'm hoping that the people who are answering the question have overcome the hangover and are now ready to learn and get some education. But if not, certainly we're going to cure it by the end of the webinar.
Absolutely.
We are going to go ahead and I think we are in.
Perfect. I know I don't bounce back like I used to, but with the right MarTech stack, maybe.
It's been almost 4 weeks. I think we can get it together. So here we are. Here are the results of the poll. Really close, actually, among the first three. 31% of you want to get tips and tricks to use for next year, which I totally get. I think these are great brands, and that's what I would kind of be looking for, I think, if I were to answer it. See how other brands were successful. I think a lot of people kind of want that little, just looking in the window and seeing, okay, you were too caught up in your own stuff to really notice what other people were doing. Let's get a look at what was really out there. But the winner was looking at new ways you can use personalization, which makes a lot of sense. If you're at a MessageGears webinar, you probably do care a lot about personalization. That is close to our heart. And yeah, I'm hoping this will give you some really good examples of personalization, and maybe you can take it to do it yourself later. And then fewer of you are just a geek, but I imagine all of you are kind of a geek in some way about this kind of thing, and are really looking forward to seeing this. So thank you for that. And
perfect. Well, let's get rolling here. I'm so glad that everyone, or the majority here, told us that they're interested in personalization, because we're really going to point out from a product marketing perspective and a content marketing perspective. I am pointing at Jeff here. I hope he's also on the right side of y'all's screen. How all of our clients and maybe some, customers that are on competitors are trying to attempt personalization in their email.
We're not going to discriminate. If they did a good email, then we want to talk about it.
Yeah, cool. Well, we're going to start off with one of my favorite brands, which is ChickfilA. It is kind of after lunchtime, but ChickfilA always makes me hungry, and their marketing always makes my heart warm. I'm going to jump in here first and introduce this one. I love that at the top, it takes you right to your loyalty points, to your account, which, if you're opening this on your phone, you can go right into the app dynamically. Jeff, I know, put this email in here for a specific reason. We really loved the content as well, and some of the moving images, dynamic images. So if we want to like hop over and look at those in that email, and then I'll probably hop back over and show them some of the cool personalization things ChickfilA did here.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, good call out there, Danny. The animation in this email is really great. What Chick-fil-A did, I mean, really thinking through how to get your eye in here, how to get you engaged with what they're doing. Everything kind of moves. Like you see things pop up, you see a cow walk across with balloons,
It's the
you see
key for
smile
sure.
going across. You can't help but be engaged and have your eye kind of drawn where they want it to. Their creative people did a really terrific job of getting that in there and getting that animation and really making the email kind of come to life.
Absolutely. And if we'll move on down this email a little bit, I'll point out some of the great modular things that Chick-fil-A used in here. They are one of our great clients and we love them very much. So each piece of this that we're seeing personalization in, they have their status, they have their favorite store, your most ordered item, your favorite location. It may be different than your store, and they also are showing you different Chick-fil-A restaurants in your location if you're lucky to have more than one, which I really, really like. And each of those things are a part of context data that you're able to dynamically pull in using message gears, whether that's living in your modern data warehouse or you're pulling it dynamically via API. Something else that I think is super important to point out is that our friends at Movable Ink, they're partners of ours, they can surface dynamic images as well. And we'll see those further down in some of our other great client emails.
Yeah, and as someone who has had my fingers in the message gears platform, when I look at this, so many places where like I can practically see the code kind of popping in there. Looks like your go-to was our bracket and favorite item or something, and I can see where they pulled in that data directly from their live real-time customer data, based upon the recipient. And there's so many places they did that in here, and I just love how creative and how engaging they made this at the end of the year to really make their customers feel special and understood. Um,
Uh,
so moving down to the next one, I think Home Again. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Home Again. They're a pet recovery company. They microchip that will help you be able to get your dog back if he gets out. And so they begin right at the top with personalization in the subject line. The name of my dog, Ziggy, is right there at the top. And that immediately kind of engages me, gets me, you start thinking about your dog, you wanna open it, you wanna get inside. And then you see, obviously they're using pictures of dogs, they're using a lot of great content and giving you things. They know who their audience is, they're dog lovers, and they want to give you content that really fits with that. And I love how well they tailored that content to those people. What really caught your eye, Danny?
yeah, well, earlier I have to say I thought you said many of you are familiar. My dog has a lot of fur. And I also have home away. I was, shamed into chipping her. No, I'm just kidding. Of course, I want her chipped. She is the love of my life. I also get the emails, and they really draw my eye. When I see her name in my inbox, of course, I'm going to open it. And that's important because people won't necessarily engage with something like home away unless they really need it in case their dog gets out or their, other furry friends that they may have. So I think using that personalization in the subject line from a product marketing perspective is excellent. And the way that they have a few call to actions for different swag that they may sell on their website or different blogs that you may want to read more about, I'm sure that helps them get some more engagement from customers.
Yeah, I love it. So the
Well,
best.
let's hop into something a little different. This is an email I received actually from the Best Buy, one of the top 10 tech retailers. I'm sure everyone knows what Best Buy is, but if you're not familiar, they're also another one of our great clients, and I like their call to actions here. From a product perspective, from a brand that's trying to create extreme customer engagement, I do have access to my user account up on the upper left-hand corner, and when Jeff clipped this email, there was also a link to my last used store. So I think that kind of gives you the information you need when you're making an order. You know, you may need your laptop tomorrow, so you want to go into the store and get it. Here in this email, there are at least 10 links to the website. And so if you get on that website and you view something, you're already in their customer journey. You know, for last viewed item or abandoned cart. So they're really trying to get you onto their website. And for me, I don't know if this is just me, but they know I love a sale. So everything about this email is all about sales. What about you, Jeff? What do you think?
I love their use of yellow here right at the top. It is one of their brand colors, one of their main brand colors. Same with the blue. Both of those are really their chief brand colors. And I love how they bring them into this kind of bright, very eye-catching graphic right at the top with like a sunbeam behind it. And how are your eyes not going to be drawn to that flash sale, big yellow, kind of bright sun, looking to get savings? They are getting you engaged and drawing you in immediately to try to get you to engage with their sale. And then that kind of leads you into the rest of the big 50%, big up to 500. They're doing a good job here of getting you to really be attracted to the items that they're trying to sell and bring in stuff that they know is going to be relevant around the holidays.
Yeah, I think it's also important to note that they're pulling in some images here, whether they're my last viewed images or not. With Message Gears Engage, clients like Best Buy can pull in last viewed item, abandoned cart images dynamically in real time for email openers. So I think that is a really important call out, because if I've been thinking about buying that iPhone, which I know I need, everyone needs a new iPhone, right? Um, they're always coming out with a new version. They're trying to get you over the finish line for that customer purchase, because that's the ultimate goal.
Yeah, definitely. So let's go over to one of my favorite brands, Bespoke Post. They send little men's hipster boxes. That's kind of what they do. Mixture of various things, and I love it. I love seeing what I'm going to get each month. And sometimes kind of picking out a box that I think will be really tailored to what I want. But they have a lot of different boxes. They have a lot of different items. But their big thing is small makers, American-made, small people who are making items that are handmade, not a big Walmart. There are no huge brands that they're using, and they know this about their customers, that we care about that. If you're a Bespoke Post customer, you probably care about these small makers and supporting them. And so in their year-end email here, they really start highlighting that. They had 263 new small brands to shop. They added over 2,100 products to the shop and donated more than $45 million to the Shop Small initiative. That kind of thing makes me feel good about shopping with them. I think kind of like Chick-fil-A too earlier. I think there's a lot to, particularly around the holidays, making people feel good about looking back on the year and, hey, I supported a brand that I think is doing good for the community, good for people that I care about. What did you like about this, Danielle?
Totally. Yeah. Well, I know you started your Shop Small initiative, especially during the pandemic, to keep small businesses open, which warmed my heart. And I just want to throw out, you know, you said we support it's more small people. At Message Curious, we love small people and tall people and our friends at Walmart. No matter where you are, we would love for you to use Message Curious. But I think something they did here from a product perspective that I really like, because I don't know about you guys, I have like 10,000 inbox like email notifications right now. They took on kind of what Spotify is doing with Spotify Wrapped. You have your year in review, and they gave you a review of what you've bought, maybe suggestions for things that may be good additions to what you've gotten, but also the slight voyeurism of what other people did buy. And you could see they pulled all of these images in dynamically based on your customer data. So insert preferred item here, preferred item here, preferred item there. There's a call to action, you know, to use your cell phone, and a few different ways you can style your items, which I think is just a fantastic compilation of using customer data, even though we know they're a smaller brand, really to engage their customers and people like you.
Yeah, and even right now, I'm wearing a watch I got from them, and this had become my go-to wallet. Like
Also a paid ad. So for everyone who's watching, Jeff is an influencer. Um,
they they have not paid me nearly enough to talk about that, but they did give me a dog driving a car, and that was really enough. I think that was enough to get me to support them in whatever they wanted me to do. Um,
Sometimes the best payment.
that's right. What do we got next, Annie?
Yeah, we've got Rackets and we're going to jump in here. Another great message gears client and a favorite of mine. I have made about $3,000 using Rakuten. It is a Google Chrome add-on. I flex that every time I talk about it. Again, not a paid ad. I just love them. So here I clipped in a Black Friday email. We have a dynamic image, but since it is in a blog post that you all will have private access to after this webinar to check out all of our tips and tricks, you'll be able to see that then. But the Black Friday image is pulled in dynamically here. Again, our friends at Movable Link can do that. And so we're not getting the motion here, but there's, Black Friday like lighting up on my phone. And what's unique is that they use all of the customer data that they have to pull in store recommendations unique to you. So I'll have different store recommendations than Jeff would in his inbox. And so the way they do that is looking at the customer data and seeing where I bought before, where I've been looking, where I've abandoned my cart. And those are all things that they use to pull in that context data that we spoke about to really grab my eye and get me over the customer finish line at these brands that they support.
Yeah, and I love the colors they use here. I love how it almost looks like there's a gift here, almost wrapping paper behind the Black Friday weekend. That's a great image in itself with the star and kind of getting you ready for Christmas. I love how the way they kind of frame this kind of starts getting you thinking about, okay, the holidays. It is now the holiday season. I need to kind of get in that mode, and and they know people are going to be spending that weekend. It's a good weekend for cash back, and people are going to have the opportunity to start amassing their cash back. If you're going to be spending anyway, you might as well do it with Rakuten and get that cash back. Do it.
Doing it, yeah. Our enterprise retail clients, we see they get ready for the holidays in July now. I mean, it is a year-round preparation. So it's super important to harness all of that customer data.
Yeah, definitely. So Peloton is another great brand. I know, Danny, you use it. We got this email from a colleague, Kelly, who also uses Peloton. I am not a huge user, but I've certainly seen it a lot on commercials and everything. And Kelly is dedicated to it. And what she loved about this was these really were personalized picks. These weren't just thrown in there. Kendall Toole is one of the trainers that she uses a lot, and they led off with her, and that was immediately eye-catching for Kelly, going, okay, hey, she's got this beginner ride. Maybe I need to check that out. Same with Cody Brigsby and Tude Onyeninen. I think I may have pronounced that wrong. I don't actually know. But Tunde down there as well for strength training. She's able to get personalized recommendations with trainers that she knows and loves, and then just immediately with that link to add them to her stack, and she can begin training with them and starting these programs as soon as she can. I think that's a great way to get people when they're already probably thinking about getting in shape, as so many people do at the new year. It's good timing to start doing that. What caught your eye, Danny?
Absolutely. Well, hopefully we can get our friends at Peloton to talk to us here and tell us how to pronounce these names and talk about these classes, because it is time to gear up with message gears. Bike gears, there is a gear in our name here. But I think something that is really awesome is that you're seeing these options to add classes to your stack. But what would be great is that if you could see like current class schedule that you could hop on, or your last taken class. So I think, I know for sure that information could be surfaced with message gears using customer context data, whether you're pulling it in from your modern data warehouse or an API. But I think that would be really important. Say Kelly does a class at 2 p.m. on Wednesdays. They could send her a triggered email at 1:45. Hey, what class are you going to take? What class do you want to sign up for? Or are you going to go with your classic class that you like always do? Your favorite with Kendall. I think that could be a little bit more engaging for her. Sometimes people don't always want to work out. I myself am addicted to it, but I know everyone's not like that. So I think that could be a really good opportunity for improvement. Although I really do enjoy the email.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point because people are creatures of habit. There's a good chance, but I don't know for sure about Kelly, but certainly with me, I work out at similar time every day. And if you know that, you have that data, yeah, it would make it easy to kind of give them sort of that push and be that motivator for them. I like that idea. What
Cool.
about Party City, Danny?
Yeah, we're gonna hop in here to Party City. It is a new year for Party City and Message Gears. Our friends at Phrasey introduced us to them, and we really, really enjoy them. I really, really enjoyed this email. There are also moving graphics in this email that were not able to be surfaced through this screenshot. So if you notice that, that is what we are seeing. The balloons are flying around for New Year's Eve. I think that was really eye-catching for me. Jeff and I both only have fur babies, so we did not know about the tradition of celebrating at noon with your children. But I think from a product perspective, we're going to see this at the bottom, so I'll pop back in. But there's amazing calls to actions for SMS, push notifications, downloading of the app, and your favorite store. So I'm going to hand it over to Jeff to talk about some of the great things they included.
Yeah, New Year's Eve, like who knew? I guess people with little kids knew. And actually, I mean, now that they bring it up, now that Party City kind of alerts me to it, I kind of go, actually, that's not a bad idea at all. I can imagine keeping your little kids up till midnight is probably going to be hard, but it's a good way to, hey, we're not going to keep the kids up to midnight and they get cranky, and we can still give them a countdown, along with a bunch of balloons. Love the balloons at the top, Balloonify. I think it's great. And they continue to come down here and have this New Year's Eve theme all the way through to try to get you thinking about this. Parents, hey, if you're thinking about doing one of these, look at all the different party decorations and things you can do. You can really go all out as if it's a New Year's Eve celebration. I mean, you can give your kids the 2022 glasses, you can give them the little champagne bottle, and everything can kind of be there to make the kids kind of feel like they're getting a real party as well. And there's the 2022. You can kind of see where the animation came in for a screenshot. But down here, it looks like there was more personalization down here, Danny. I know you mentioned it before, but here's kind of what you were talking about.
Absolutely, yeah. So they pulled in the last used store that one of our associates, had picked something up at from an order. I think it's great, and the ability to give the call to action a little bit further down here to text them to get updates on maybe your balloon order or when it's going to be delivered to your house. We saw that that was an option. They finally realized that it is extremely dangerous to drive home with 40 balloons in the back of your car. Um, and then I think just the call to action for the download to the app. Everyone's on their phone all day long. You probably won't see me surfing my computer to order some decor, but like maybe I'm on the run and really need something fast. I always got my phone on me.
Yeah. With my Prius, I might be able to fit 40 balloons back there. I don't know. My hatchback is pretty spacious, I'm gonna say.
I think
I
you
could
have a balloon delivery then.
definitely get 20. I don't know if I can see out the back though. So here we are with another one. This is a really simple email, but we thought it was just great and we had to share it. This was going into Thanksgiving, people thinking about everything going to be crazy. The family is there, everybody's coming. Your hair is on fire leading up to Thanksgiving, and you've got this to-do list of what you really need to get done in order to make Thanksgiving go off without a hitch. And I love how Bonobo just capitalized on that. That shared experience that we all kind of have around the holidays, and then works in some of their own products and works in calls to action there within it. What was cool about this for you, Danny?
Totally 100%. I love the simplicity of it. Like you said, or also I'm a to-do list person, so this is great. Although I don't see my turkey trot on there, I do know that you're either a holiday runner or you're not. So that separates families. But yeah, this is great. I think it would be awesome if like the boxes could be engaging, but also, I mean, if anyone has a printer nowadays, you could just, I mean, I would put this on my refrigerator. It's just, I love it. The branding's great. Makes me want to buy some socks.
Yes. All
Thank
right,
you.
keeping going.
Yeah. Well, I'll kick it right here to Calm. We're gonna end our like official webinar like with calm, but then we're gonna like kind of put in something really jazzy and provocative at the end. So you guys have to stick around to see what that is. But I think this is great. Calm is one of our digitally native brands that we really like. You know, they came to be in the age of digital. Here on my phone, like Calm app is downloaded and used, although this is not an email from me. It does go through a lot of personalization. It shows, you know, your most used program there, your most used day, all the things you've accomplished this year. Another year in review, just like the one that we kicked off with Chick-fil-A and Bespoke Post. I think it's really engaging.
Yeah, all the layers of personalization. I love when a brand it takes the data they have and really puts it to great use. And not only did they use it well, but they displayed it well. You think about the visual nature of this, using hearts for the days of the week, and of course here, you know, you needed to be more calm on Monday. That I think we can all relate to needing to be more calm on Monday morning, and then throughout the week you get a little less need for meditation. But you can see your lifetime stats down here. You can see everything kind of brought in, and then at the bottom they start making some recommendations that are based upon what you've kind of done before. And it's also a very visually appealing graphic. The purple is very calming. Clearly they're using colors and images that make you kind of feel calm and want to get you going back into the app in the new year and going, you know, maybe I need to practice self-care, maybe I need to relieve anxiety. It is a stressful time, and they're trying to take advantage of that timing to get people back into the app.
Absolutely.
So,
Well, I think we are ready to show the users something crazy that our Vice President of Marketing, Will Devlin, came across and needed to surface.
here we go.
Just a totally funny holiday email, Shinesty, lots of adult humor here, and we just really got a kick out of it, especially with the holiday theme. So this is the last Christmas stuff you guys are going to be seeing all year until Black Friday rolls around, so you better pay attention.
Yeah, I mean, this one's a lot of fun. It's hard for you not to have a good time and enjoy this. What the thing I love about this from a content perspective is I love brands that know their audience, know their brand, have a very clear, distinct voice, and go with it.
Mhm.
And you know, they're kind of, you know, it's tongue in cheek. They're very sarcastic, and they're making fun a little bit of themselves, a little bit of their customers, but they kind of know that the people who subscribe to their newsletter are going to love this kind of thing. And so they just lean hard into it. And every email they send is like this. I think even if you don't get the Shinesty products, I think it's worth subscribing just for the laughs.
Yeah, I think it has a social media air to it almost. You know, they're leaning into meme culture, into that like sarcastic, gives you a good laugh, but also it really creates good customer awareness. Whether you're buying something from Shinesty or not, like you said, Jeff, you have a positive interaction with the brand, and then you're more apt to engage with them in the future. I think it is important to point out as we're scrolling through here, and we get down to the puppy dog in the mailbox, which is 100% my favorite part, is that if all of you guys are curious about how these brands, whether they're Message Gears clients or not, are capitalizing on the use of personalization in these emails, we are so happy to jump on a call with you and show you exactly how to do it using your data on a call. It's really so easy as long as you have that customer data organized. It is I mean, I was new to the MarTech industry when I came to Message Gears, and I caught on real quick. And then I look at every email from a Message Gears lens. So we just want to say thank you for being here.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this has been fun. It's been fun to go through these and just kind of look back on a holiday season that we all made it through together, and certainly particularly the retail friends out there. I know holidays are always pretty stressful, always a lot to try to get through, and they're able to breathe a little bit in January. So, you know, congratulations to you guys getting to the other side of that, and we hope you really enjoyed kind of getting a look at some of our favorite emails, and we'd love to hear from you guys about, you know, if you have your own favorites and what you enjoyed seeing.
Awesome. Well, I know we're going to send out this recording to all of our attendees, and we're going to be answering some questions that we got here at the end. With, follow-ups, we'll have our sales peeps reach out to you, and we are most definitely looking forward to seeing you on our next webinar. So,
Thank you.
good day.